Genesis 21 is a chapter of fulfillment, joy, conflict, and covenant. The Lord was gracious to Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah conceived and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had spoken to him. Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him as God commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac was born. Sarah said, "God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears will laugh with me." She added, "Who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age." The child grew and was weaned, and on the day Isaac was weaned, Abraham held a great feast. But trouble arose. Sarah saw that the son born to Hagar the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, was mocking. She said to Abraham, "Get rid of that slave woman and her son, for that slave woman's son will never share in the inheritance with my son Isaac." The matter distressed Abraham greatly, because it concerned his son Ishmael. But God said to Abraham, "Do not be so distressed about the boy and your slave woman. Listen to whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned. I will also make the son of the slave into a nation, because he is your offspring." Early the next morning, Abraham took some food and a skin of water and gave them to Hagar. He set them on her shoulders and sent her off with the boy. She went on her way and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. When the water in the skin was gone, she put the boy under one of the bushes. Then she went off and sat down about a bowshot away, for she thought, "I cannot watch the boy die." As she sat there, she lifted up her voice and wept. God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, "What troubles you, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. Lift the boy up and take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. So she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy as he grew up. He lived in the wilderness and became an archer. His mother got a wife for him from Egypt. Meanwhile, Abraham and Abimelek made a covenant at Beersheba. Abraham complained about a well of water that Abimelek's servants had seized, and Abimelek said he had no knowledge of it. So Abraham set apart 7 ewe lambs from his flock, and Abimelek asked, "What is the meaning of these 7 lambs?" Abraham replied, "Accept these lambs from me as a witness that I dug this well." So that place was called Beersheba, well of the oath, because the 2 men swore an oath there. After the treaty at Beersheba, Abimelek and Phicol, the commander of his forces, returned to Philistia. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there he called upon the name of the Lord, the eternal God. And Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistines for a long time. Genesis 21 reminds us of 3 truths. God's promises never fail. God's mercy reaches even the outcast. And God is the eternal one who secures his covenant people. The long-awaited child of promise has come. Isaac is born. The covenant line is secured, and the story of redemption moves forward by God's faithfulness. Next comes Genesis 22, the testing of Abraham, when God calls him to sacrifice the very son of promise.